A guy my girlfriend used to hook up with hit her up. He said that he missed effing her. She replied, "Why me? I'm flattered." Listen, if I am the guy that hits up a girl and she's in a relationship and I say, "I miss effing you," and she responds, "Why me?" Actually, let me play a little devil's advocate.
I need people, men and women, to stop.
A guy my girlfriend used to hook up with hit her up the other day. She told me about it, but kind of downplayed it. She said she just thought it was funny. I asked what he said, and I thought her response was kind of odd. He said that he missed effing her. She asked, "Why me?" He said some typical response, and she replied, "I don't see any dupes. I'm flattered." That was the end of the conversation. While she did tell me about it, it really bothers me. I think what bothers me the most is that she didn't defend herself or our relationship. I asked if she blocked him after, and she said not yet. We have been together 8 years. He has to be well aware of that. 8 years.
Yeah.
I am pretty livid. Yeah, so we got some experiences. It's 8 years. So,
We do.
So, think about the timeline.
Yeah.
He has to be well aware of that. I'm pretty livid. And she made sure I made sure I told her how I feel. What's your input? And then he has a couple of additional things. So for clarification, the guy lives a few states away, and he was likely just throwing darts at a board to find a hookup while in town for the holidays. She said, "Why me?" is because she knew this was probably the reason, and I'm flattered was sarcasm. I've never suspected her to be cheating. I still think that no reply was the move. She agreed. She apologized. We talked last night. She did block him. This was on Snapchat, not through message app. One person who, let's see, I don't need to explain myself, but yes, girlfriend of 8 years. We had kids at 3 years in. Bought a house that needed a lot of work, and that's where most of our money had gone. I would like to show her some better financial responsibility here, which would allow me to get the ring that she wants. Oh, so I guess he's basically saying we've been together for 8 years. This is why we're not married yet. Which I appreciate that. And that's for you. That's not for anybody to judge. That's you guys. If she's happy, that's great. Okay, that's the end of it. So you know how I like to do first reactions.
Yeah. Okay. That's being 8 years into a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get you cannot control what other people do.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And all you can do is control yourself and how you respond to things.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I always preach that.
Yeah.
We talk about that all the time.
Right.
So, if you still have the same number and past exes still have it.
Now, this was on Snapchat.
Oh.
He did clarify.
Snapchat.
He said it wasn't a message.
Okay.
Yeah, he did clarify. He said it was Snapchat.
Snapchat. That changes things because why does he have access to you on Snapchat?
Well, so you know how Snapchat is. I don't use my Snapchat ever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have the app downloaded. But if I were to log back in, I probably have tons of people from the past 10, 20 years that I wouldn't even know to go in and delete.
That
you know what I
make-
mean?
that would make
Snapchat's
sense.
Snapchat's a little weird because you have to find them. You wouldn't even think about them existing until you search their name out. Also, Snapchat has weird
Yeah.
usernames. I'm not shooting her any bail, but it is kind of there's a little bit of leeway there on being on Snapchat because if she knew the guy 10 years ago, who goes through their Snapchat and is oh, delete. It's a whole process. Snapchat isn't the easiest to
I don't have Snapchat and I haven't been on since 20.
Yeah, it's been
2018.
Yeah, both of us. It's been years.
So,
yeah.
but that makes sense. Now that I'm thinking back on how Snapchat works and such, I guess you wouldn't go through and filter it out.
Sure.
But no matter how he reached out, why are you responding back? And you're 8 years in and you have kids and I'm just thinking of we're 8 years in.
Yeah.
We have kids.
Yeah.
And that just I don't think would be a thought on our minds.
Mm-hmm.
In the past, people have reached out to us.
Sure.
And they don't get responses.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That I
Because
know
no responses. And yeah, I just feel when you're 8 years in, you just don't entertain any past exes.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's great that she apologized, but I would be concerned with why did you feel the need to even respond to it?
There's something to be said. She voluntarily told him.
And I love the honesty so that because some people will respond,
Yeah.
not think it's a big deal. And then
Yeah.
if your partner goes through your phone and finds it, then you have like a
Mm-hmm.
whole other issue on your hand of
Sure.
like, you seem like you're like hiding something and you don't seem honest.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was really big of her.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah. So I'm with you 100%. I guess I got a few things here. All right. Yes. The response, the responding. Actually, I'll start off. Let me play a little devil's advocate. As humans, I think regardless if you're in a relationship or not, there is there's a little bit of enjoyment to know that like you're still wanted even outside of the relationship. Like everybody kind of has that like if a guy was to come up to you and compliment you, no, he's not your man. No, you're not going to go home and sleep with him. But it's kind of nice. Like, okay, it's not just my boyfriend that thinks I'm hot.
Yeah.
Like other people find me attractive.
It's like the feeling of, I still got it.
Yeah, I still got it. That's kind of it.
Yeah,
I
get
am
it.
not shooting Belle. I am against her on this, on most of these things. But I
Agreed.
do want to also implement, the idea that, and this is a little further, right? He said, I miss effing you. So we're not talking about like just a simple compliment. But
Yeah.
I am saying there is something to be said for people listen, 8 years is a long time. You have only, if you've been faithful, you've only dealt with your man for 8 years.
Yeah.
So, you're off the market for 8 years. You probably aren't like going out and getting all sexy and getting the compliments that you used to get. So every once in a while, it's probably nice, and it doesn't make it right. You can internalize it and you can never say nothing back. I don't think you should respond to it. But I will say that I could understand a world. Where it's like, that's too far. I miss effing you. But it's also like, these dudes still want me out here. I still got a little something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, that's the Belle part. On the flip side of that, you don't respond to this. You don't respond to this at all. It's not even something I would want you to, like, you don't even have to tell me about this. I just trust you to handle this on your own. I don't need to know every dude that like hits you up and says, hey, like I miss you, I miss effing you, I miss sexual shit with you, or not even sexual, but just like I miss anything with you. Like you don't even have to tell me that. And I think we have this thing where like our phones are pretty just wide open. So like if you ever felt away, you could go in there and see like if there's messages from girls. Like I don't delete stuff, you don't delete stuff. It's like if we get messages in our Instagram, I'm not here to hide it, but you'll see that there's no response, or you'll see that there's no, sometimes they're just not even opened, or sometimes like if they are open, it's either an accident or it's just to open it and say, hey, like I'm ignoring you. You know what I mean? But it happens. I'm not even mad at the opening of a message to somebody who's, complimenting you or even saying something that's wildly like disrespectful. But yeah, the response to it, the only response to that should be something along the lines of like, I'm in a relationship, and you can probably see from my Instagram I'm in one. You're playing the field right now to see how I respond. Her response sounds like she's fishing for more.
I agree.
When she says something like, "Oh, like why me?" Like that's a question for him to continue the conversation. Almost like if you spit enough like let me take it. Let me be the man who hits up a girl and says I miss effing you. If I'm that guy and if I am the guy that hits up a girl and she's in a relationship, and I hate that stuff because like once I see a girl's in a relationship, you're just off limits. I mean, you're off limits now anyways. But if I was single, I don't talk to girls when I see that they're when I see that they're in a relationship. I did not reach out to you until I saw that you did not have a man on your Instagram anymore. When you had a man, I didn't talk to you. I admired from afar. And then when I saw that you didn't have any pictures up anymore, it was kind of like a wonder if things happen. So I did just send you a message like, hey, like who are you? And you responded. So it was one of those things like, so if I'm the guy and I hit up a girl and she's in a relationship and I say, yo, I miss effing you, and she responds, why me? I'm in.
You're gonna tell her why.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell her why. Now I'm spitting some game. Now I'm like, oh, I got a chance with her.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, even if there's 0%, even if there's 0% chance that this girl would have did anything with him, even if there's 0% chance, I don't even like the idea that another man can think that he has like
access to you.
access to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And because you know me and because we know each other and because I would think like, how would she feel if I did something like that? Or how would I feel if she did something like that?
Mm-hmm.
I would immediately shut it down. Like it was just, it just, you understand that dynamic. And so, yeah, that should have been an ignore or and you don't have to block, the guy. Like, I wouldn't even expect you like block every guy that says he wants to F you. Like, it is what it is. Especially like if you date a pretty girl, that's just what comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
But you responding, if a girl responded to me and said, "Why me?" I'm about to start spitting some game and see how far I can take this.
Yeah,
Because clearly
absolutely.
you are kind of opening a door for us to continue this conversation. I do now. One more thing I'll add to this, and I'll let you kind of respond, is that her telling him about this conversation when she didn't have to
Mm-hmm.
sometimes signals that she doesn't think she did anything wrong, so there wasn't ill intent. And I think there is something to be said when there isn't, when you do something and it hurts me, but you didn't do it knowing that it would hurt me. You know what I mean? Like, if she responded and was like, man, if he sees this, he's going to be mad at me, then that's ill intent. But if she
Yeah.
responded and it was like, my man won't be mad at me, I'll even tell him about it, and she may just not know. Now, she should know better. I believe she should know better for sure. Like, she should have known not to send that. But you get a little bit of forgiveness when you come and tell me, because it just makes me think like, oh, like, I'll be mad at you. I would be upset with you. I absolutely would be upset, and we'd absolutely have a conversation. 8 years in, it's hard to say that's ground for breakup, because 8 years, you should know better.
Yeah.
But again, there's a world where I do understand sometimes like compliments from the opposite sex can be appealing, even though it hurts me. Only my compliments should matter.
They do.
And only I should be the guy that you worry about.
They're
Mrs.
the only
effing
ones
you.
I care about.
Yeah. And then the second thing is, if you came and tell me, while I'd be annoyed that you didn't know better, if you didn't know better, you get a little bit of rope from me. But just a tad bit, because you should know better. 8 years in, you should know what I'm upset about. The other thing is, I'm looking internally like, all right, why is my girl liking the attention from outside stuff? What we got to fix? What we got to do? If I'm plan on staying with you, what do we got to fix? Okay, that's all I got to say on the subject.
Absolutely.
How do you respond
I love
to
your
that?
points. One thing that I was thinking about, I fear that some people will take that information and tell their partner in a way of, oh, look, I still got it, because maybe they feel some type of way in their relationship. Like we said, like,
That's a good
we
point.
don't know the other side. And she did not elaborate on he did not elaborate on like how well their relationship is going. So, like, are there intimacy issues? Like, are you making her feel secure? Does she still feel beautiful? And, I just feel like all of those things really like come into play here.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there are some people out there who will like go to their partner and be like, oh, look what I got today in a message.
Yeah.
But it is to like, it is ill intent.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
That is true. Yes.
But to show their partner like, hey, look, you're not giving me the attention that I've been wanting from you. And some other people think that I'm great. And some other people think that I'm beautiful. And I'm still getting compliments. I still have it. And it's like this little, it's like a slight to them. Like you know what I mean?
Such a good point. You're so on point. That happens all the time, where it's like, let me rub it in your face that like other people want me. And that is a sign of something going wrong in the relationship. Whenever I tell you, and I don't tell you every time a girl hits on me, but whenever I tell you, it's usually because we're going to laugh. Like I have there's something funny attached to it, where it's like, oh,
yours are, they can be,
they're funny. Like, and I don't tell, like, listen, I don't get hit on all the time because girls aren't as bold as, as guys are.
Yeah.
But like I'm in public and people will, I'll be driving sometimes and like some girl would just roll down the window and be like,
and yell at you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Even the other day.
And you get compliments on your body and like,
absolutely. Or even the other day, like I was at the charging station and a girl try to holler me at the charger station. It wasn't like no big deal. She was a nice girl. Like I was just like, oh yeah, like I got a girl. You know what I mean? But like it wasn't something like I need to bring to you to tell you that like, ooh, girls still want me. I don't need that validation. And it definitely is like a sign of something going wrong in the relationship. Now, and again, the only way we're granting any sort of kind of you know, the only way we're granting like some sort of what's the word, like I don't want to say leeway, but some, you know, we're giving a little bit of you know, a little bit of space here is because they're 8 years in.
Yes.
If we're 3 months in,
that's different.
yeah.
Absolutely.
8 months is worth a conversation.
Because 3 months in, and what if you have a habit of doing this? Like I don't want to hear every time somebody's like reaching out to you.
But
and
8 years in, there's a lot of things that you don't throw the relationship for outside of like intercourse, right? Like actual real infidelity. And I do think this is a form of. It could be seen as a form of, you know, like just disloyal. I don't want to call it cheating. But it's almost flirty. It almost comes across as flirty if you're like, oh, why me? I'm flattered.
She wanted to know why me.
Yeah.
And I don't care what you say. Like in a message, you have no idea their tone.
Yeah, you don't know. Right.
So
and
like maybe he thinks it might have been sarcasm, but maybe she was so serious. Maybe she was just like, why me? And in her mind, if you tell me why me, like I might sneak around.
Listen.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. But it's definitely worth a conversation. I will say it's something to be concerned about. I am glad that she brought it to him. It does show some sort of like honesty there, but at the same time, you should know better. We got to have a conversation about this.
The question though is, does she feel guilty?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Like you wanted to bring it up to him so bad. Did you feel guilty? Did you like... Was it living rent-free in your head at night and you were just like, let me get ahead of this? Because now I'm thinking about my responses and I realize like I fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There is a world where it's like, ooh, what if he
let me go ahead and tell him.
There's so many things here. Yes. Like what if her honesty wasn't actually her being honest, but more just like, ooh, like he might catch me. I gotta act like I'm, you know, I'm telling him ahead.
And then I need to tell him like, you know, I don't care, and like, you know, it was sarcasm. I wasn't into it. I wasn't gonna feed into it.
Very true. It's very true. You have a point. You have a point.
I don't want to like make her sound like, you know, she can't be trusted.
Yeah, 8 years in, you got kids together.
But it is interesting though.
So what I will say is on both sides, if you had to talk about it and it doesn't happen again, you know, great. There's definitely a discussion to be had. And on the flip side, you know, don't take it as like it's okay to look internally, but also like she should still be loyal regardless of whatever, you know, if things are not going great in the relationship. I know he said something like, I plan on getting her a ring. I plan on doing this, but like those conversations definitely have to be had. No girl should make you feel like, you know, you can't trust her, or no girl should make you feel like another man shouldn't feel like he has access to your girl, and she should know to never make another guy feel that way.
Of course,
you know,
absolutely, yeah. I think the conversations definitely need to happen, and just dig a little deeper in that conversation. You know, see how she's like really feeling about the relationship and about you and your connection. You know, does she feel secure in her relationship? Does she feel secure within herself? And I think that will also give you some answers that you need as well.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right.
Wow, that was a great one.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think it's something that probably happens, you know, people getting someone's like inbox, like how do you respond to them? Do you respond to them? You know, do you think it's there's nothing, like it was innocent? You think maybe like, oh, if my man like, I feel like if at any point you look at a conversation, you're like, oh, if he catches me, like there's, first of all, even the idea of like catching should be like a red, like you just don't do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You shouldn't even want to do it. You know, I don't know.
For sure.
I could go on, but
man, but I just feel like, but I'm different. I will block you.
Yeah.
Like so many people in my past have been blocked just because I don't want them to ever have access to me again. And I'm not saying like everyone should be like that, but I just feel like I believe in protecting like my energy. I know a lot of women feel that as well. Yeah. But I am in an 8-year relationship. I do have a man, and I have kids,
Yeah.
right? And I just feel like, what would you need to
Yeah.
message me about?
Yeah,
Like,
especially something as extreme or as aggressive as like I miss effing you.
Yeah,
This
that's
isn't like, hey,
insane.
you still looking good, girl. It's like I miss effing you. We're talking like
Yeah.
this is a sexual message. Yeah, you can't respond to that.
And if you know, like, the
You can't
person
respond to
can't
that.
be controlled,
Yeah.
right? Like I said, all you can do is control yourself.
Yeah, you can't respond.
And if
to
you
that
don't want to
message.
see those messages, if you don't even want to give them that access to you, like, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay to just like block them.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you like,
This is a good point. Because we've had this conversation
Mhm.
before. Do not, for people that don't like confrontation, or for people that don't like when people don't like them, that should not take priority over like the feelings of your partner.
Oh, for sure.
So I know that
Great point.
I know that there's a world where it's like some guy hits on you and you don't want to hurt his feelings or you don't want to let him down. No, his feelings don't matter over your man's feelings or over your
1000%.
girl's feelings. I see that, I've seen that a lot where it's like, I want to, and there's a way to let him down nicely, but like you got to let him down. There's no world where you like gently, have this conversation with them so that you don't hurt their feelings. Their feelings do not matter. Their feelings may matter, but they're not worth exciting the feelings over your man who would be upset. You're gonna hurt one person's feelings just to cater to the other one, and you better choose the right person.
Yes.
Feelings to cater to. So.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So don't prioritize not hurting someone else's feelings because you're gonna end up hurting your partner's feelings, which is gonna be worse because you got to live with your partner. So.
Okay. One last thing on this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I will shut it.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep going.
I need people, men and women,
Mm-hmm.
to stop reaching out to someone who you clearly know is in a committed relationship,
Yeah.
has the children as well. Like, why are we doing that?
That's a good question. There's like, I don't know. It's hard for me to like relate because I just don't do it.
Mhm.
There's too many women in the world. There's
Yes.
just billions of women. Like there's more women than men. I mean, so
Yeah.
you even have a better chance of finding a single girl. I just even exes that I've had who are still in relationships. There's just something about like hollering at a girl who has I don't know. There's like it lacks integrity. It lacks character.
Yeah.
It lacks morality, at least in my opinion, and maybe you just don't have any of those things. But like, guys, people be so like, what are you looking for? Like, what? I don't know. I don't
It's
understand.
gross.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't
what
understand.
do you want to like break up the 8-year relationship and play stepdaddy to the kids for you to also like find out that you don't want the girl anymore?
Yeah, I just
like,
don't
I don't understand it. Like,
Yeah.
you can literally, there's so many, like you said, there's so many people
Yeah, have some
out there for
self-control.
you. Why do you have to have that one?
Yeah.
That one
Listen,
girl.
I thought you were like when I saw you on Instagram, like I thought you were drop dead gorgeous, and the fact that you were from the same city, I was just like, oh my god, like I gotta have her. But you had a boyfriend, and you guys had. I didn't know your situation, but there was kids in the picture. The guy, you guys were like smiling in your pictures, and it just like it was like, okay, one less girl like I can't holler at, you know what I mean? But that's just immediately, it's just immediately that idea. I don't know what it is. It's one thing if the girl isn't like openly showing that she's in a relationship. It's another one that's like there's kids there and the girl's got her dude on her Instagram. It's like I just don't understand the hollering at women who are in relationships. Do you plan to take that girl when you realize if you take that girl, she can be taken from you just as fast? She lacks any sort of
Absolutely.
she lacks the integrity herself and the morality herself to even carry that her relationship. And that goes both ways, not just women, men too. But yeah, it just hollering. I don't know. I'm with you on that for sure. 100%. It's annoying as shit. Also, and I'll add one more thing to that. Like there's no way you hollered at my girl, saw me, and thought you had a chance. So we'll just say that right now. Ain't no way. Y'all be on some other ish. Yeah.
No, seriously.
Also,
like no one compares. Like I would
do that
be like,
too. Like look at the dude and know that you don't really line up. I get some of you guys are gonna shoot your shot at 100%. 100% if you don't shoot 100% of whatever the hell the quote is. If you don't take 100% of shots you don't take, you miss. I get that, but like don't do that when you know you're outmatched and outwitted. Like
for sure. You better be like,
Yeah.
of course, no one can take me from you, but there are people out there who allow someone to take them.
Yeah.
Okay. Like if you meet, a man or a woman who is like in a vulnerable state, maybe their relationship is rocky or they're in an abusive relationship or whatever, you can like snatch them up. But make sure that you like take a look at yourself and like the way that you look and your
Y'all be confident
mannerisms.
as hell.
And
I'll be like, bro, why are you this confident?
look at your
Have
finances. If she has
her,
kids,
dude?
do you want to like be stepdaddy of the year? Like think of those things. And if not, like let's just not fucking reach. I'm getting mad. Let's not reach out to men or women in relationships anymore.
I'll be insulting. Like, don't insult it. Like now you're just being insulting. Now you're insulting.
And it's embarrassing for you. I don't know. It's just
no. That's funny. That's a good point. That's
yeah,
a good point.
It's embarrassing for you
right,
because now I have to tell you to fuck off. Fuck off now.
Fuck off now. Yeah, that's great. That's funny.
Do you want that? No, just find single women. Go on Tinder, Hinge. What's the other thing? Grindr.
Yeah.
Like Grindr, whatever it's called. And leave the happy couples alone.
Yeah,
that's all I have to say.
Yeah.
We used to have sex every day, sometimes multiple times a day. I recently started the antidepressant, which killed my sex drive. I've explained all of this to him. He initiates constantly, and when I say no, he pouts, ignores me, or acts cold. I just want him to understand that my no isn't rejection, it's just me listening to my body.
Oh, that's a hard one. That is a hard one.